Hello Internet, I am Kay Thorne, sometimes known as Miss V, and welcome to my channel, where we are playing through every single Nancy Drew game from number 1, Secrets Can Kill, to number 34, Mystery of the Seven Keys. Today we are starting a brand new game, which is Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. I actually have no idea how much of the blanket you can really see. It's a whole thing. It's a big blanket, guys. And now my chair's way back. Oh no. It's this one. And this combination here. Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. This is my all-time favorite Nancy Drew game. I know it well. We'll probably get through it fairly quickly just because I know it well. It is my favorite. I've played this one multiple times. And one of my coworkers a few years back learned that this one's my favorite and bought me this huge blanket. This is normally my couch blanket, but I brought it in my office for this particular game. Oh my gosh, my desk chair's too far back. I had a whole thing planned. I didn't think about how to get the chair back into place. Also, if anyone's wondering about the whole blanket thing and the whole couch blanket and whatnot, guys, my body sometimes gets an inability to regulate temperature very well due to my chronic illness. So sometimes it'll be like 65 in the house and I'm a million degrees, shorts, tank top, feel like death, it's so hot. And then other times it'll be like, it could be 75 in the house and I'm over there bundling under a blanket because for some reason my body thinks we're cold. It's just a body temperature regulation thing, so I keep blankets. I have a blanket in my office, I have a blanket on the couch, and of course a blanket on the bed. And I have like set blankets for those areas, just in case my body ends up in a weird temperature flux, not able to regulate that temperature. So that's why I said this is normally my couch blanket, and I still have my office blanket behind me. So that's why I have multiple blankets for multiple areas, is just body temperature regulation issues. But back to Nancy Drew on my channel. If you're new to my channel, we are playing through all these Nancy Drew games. My whole goal here is just to get a better work-life balance, because I'm the kind of person who will overwork themselves between regular work and chores and then play 14 hours straight of video games, and that's not healthy. So I'm trying to find a better balance of working on that. It's been a little difficult. I'm a virtual teacher, recently went back to work for the semester, and so it's been a little difficult finding that pattern, especially with having to get chores done as well. But I'm working on it. We're going to find it, and we'll get a decent pattern going. But it's a Saturday right now, so plenty of time on a Saturday to play my favorite game. We'll see. If I finish this in a single session, I'm going to laugh. It's possible. I have sat down and just run through this game before, and I think it took me 3 hours total. So, we'll see where we get this time. It's been a little while since I've played it, so like I don't remember where all the little coins are and stuff, but obviously I remember these little coins that you have to find. But I don't want to, just in case you've never played this game before, I don't want to spoil it, although if you've never played it, you should totally play it. My opinion, this is the best Nancy Drew game. My opinion. But with that in mind, the usual, guys, if you end up enjoying my playthrough of this, please make sure you click the like button below. Leave a comment. I might have topics later on in the game for you guys to talk about in the chat, or in the comment section. In the chat. I'm so used to making TikTok videos. Actually, no, the chat comes from work. Jeez. But in the comment section, topics might come up later. For now, though, if you want to ask questions, ask me some questions. And then, of course, if you want to see me play through all the Nancy Drew games, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when a video drops. Along with that, though, just so you know, I will also be playing Dragon Age: The Veilguard once that releases. I was reading up on that game actually earlier this morning while I was getting ready. It sounds like it's a little less open world than Inquisition, which could be both good or bad, depending on how much less it is. Admittedly, I don't want to spend 10 hours in the hinterlands again, but I also don't want it to just be a streamlined game. Like, I want to explore, have side quests, so we'll see. We'll see when that game releases what I think of it. And then I might play Star Wars Outlaws. I keep hearing wishy-washy things about that game, but it doesn't drop till the end of the month, so maybe. That was a big maybe, but if you want to see me play either of those games, stick around. Let me know in the comments that you're interested in that. But for now, let's dive into Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. I am still going to click Junior Detective for a couple reasons. One is the sake of time of recording, because some of the games end up getting longer than I predict or shorter than I predict. So if I just keep it Junior Detective, even though they're unpredictable on the time, it's still helpful. And the other thing is, even though I know this game pretty well, I still like to have that checklist. I have a checklist here for, I shook it because I don't know if there's anything. No, everything's on here safe. So this is my work checklist from yesterday. Like, I'm a checklist person. I want that checklist, and the only way to get it is Junior Detective. I really wish there was like a middle option where it's like difficult puzzles, but you get your checklist. But there isn't. So for now, Junior Detective, so I can have that checklist. That's how my brain works. I need a checklist. Partially because also if I do take some time, like, because I'll cut it part way and we'll come back another time, and I might have forgotten what the heck we were doing, and that checklist helps me remember what we were doing and what we need to do next. So,
Dear Hannah, here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Lori Gerard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy Boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of Lori's silly attempts to grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good. Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Lori Gerard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell, I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real. And all that stuff you know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci, only the most famous police detective in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend, Natalie?
Nancy Drew?
Whatever. All right, I'll bet you're wondering where we're going. Well, we're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because see, one day in 1903, this train was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon, which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
She's gone.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world?
Hey, what's going on?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
Oh, brother.
It's okay. Everybody just stay calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
Joe looked so smug in that moment. Just
If
like,
I don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Lori Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
By the way, Charlena Purcell, if you watched any of my previous videos, you might recognize the name. We had to call her in, I believe, Shadow Ranch. to get information. I think that was Charlena Purcell. I know we had to call her at some point in one of the previous games, so pretty sure that was her.
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Nancy Drew. You and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
Sorry guys, I haven't taped up my wrist yet. I'm trying to cut the tape. I didn't think about that before I started.
You don't remember me, do you?
No.
Just nip.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley?
Psst, Nancy! Come here.
Excuse me for a second.
Hold up, Joe and Frank. I've got to cut physio tape. Oh no! Of course, this is when I start cutting the long piece. What's up,
Hey,
boys?
Nance.
Where have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
Weird noises.
Did you talk to him?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Did you see what it was?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Laurie is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Laurie scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
Yeah, Frank.
I kind of agree with Frank.
You've got to be kidding.
Do you think maybe one of Laurie's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Laurie disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
We're on a train. She can't have gone far.
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
Still getting used to curving the ends of the physio tape. Before we go up there,
It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it.
we'll get there. Don't worry, Nancy. We'll get there.
Sadie
Ow.
Crawford.
Note card. I don't have my note card set up. I was so excited for this game that I truly did not prepare, apparently. Okay. So, I'm just gonna make this my shoe list. Pink, large. Sadie Crawford. That's it? Nothing over there? Oh, that's just talking to the voice. I don't want to talk to the voice. I'm going to call the engineer.
Engineer, what do you want?
Hello, I'm one of the passengers, and I just thought you should know that Laurie Gerard has disappeared.
So?
I just thought you might want to call the police or something.
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
But Lori may not even be on the train anymore.
Look, Miss Gerard may not be a rocket scientist or anything, but even she knows better than to jump off a moving train.
But...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got me a train to run.
I mean, he does make a point there. What
A
else is-
square and a duck.
Yep, a square.
Looks like some sort of steam valve.
Warning, do not open unless all pipes are connected. We'll get there. Oh, chest. Flippy fins, freshly canned salmon. Fresh from a hand from the deep. Wholesome, satisfying salmon. Fancy sockeye? Is that a type of salmon or something? I don't know. I don't know anything about fish, guys. And right now I couldn't fish even if I wanted to. Not with my wrist the way it is. Actually, it's a lot better. Thank you. Physical therapy and physiotape. J.R. Ruffy and Sons owners, Bellingham, Washington. Salmon canners for a very, very long time. Okay. Do we have a piano in here? Nope, no piano in here. Okay.
Yes?
What are you working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those two most wonderful of all three-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Boulet, who died about a year after they were married.
That's actually really sad.
Where was he from?
East Coast, Philadelphia, I think. His parents were British aristocrats. Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
So he went west and became a miner?
All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere. Although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated, and its location quite unknown.
Quite unknown. We're Nancy Drew. We're gonna find it. I don't need previous knowledge to tell me that. We're Nancy Drew.
Why do you think Lori invited you on this trip?
No doubt because I'm such an authority on life in the Old West, and because I'm so good at using old information to unearth new information. My knack for research is, well, it's a gift.
Well, okay then. Let me get this piece of tape on my finger. And then...
I'll let you get back to your writing.
My publisher thanks you.
That I've played this game so many times and still walking across that.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
It makes me so nervous. Oh. We don't get a close up. So let me make sure it does not go there. Nope. No, the one goes there, it looks like. Can't see. Yep, that goes there. What was the other corner? corners. There we go. Yep, that one goes there. So this one goes there. Okay, this of course goes in the middle. Like that. Cool. Pretty sure, yeah, that totally goes there. Pretty sure that goes there. Okay. No, this is definitely the bottom. Bottom. Oh. And that goes there, right? No. I am wrong. Wait. No, that... Oh, it just didn't for some reason. I was technically right.
Left pickaxe and lamp with buell for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. Or is it lead is the key?
No, lead is the key. It's definitely lead is the key. And... Oh, buell. That'll be a fun moment when we get there. Hold up, I need to... Oh, God. You guys can't even see what's happening. You're just hearing me. Because the physiotape isn't doing what I wanted to do. I swear if my physical therapist finds my channel, she's gonna be like, you're doing that wrong. Oh, I think I made the wrist one too long. We have 2 pieces left to put on. We'll get to this. We'll take that. For a second I saw that said please engage and I was like, what? Yeah.
This must have been the sleeping car.
A Tale of Two Dolls. Ill-tempered Edna could not get her way. She couldn't get Alice to come out and play. I can't, I'm too tired, is what Alice said. I just want to go straight back to bed. Edna angrily tried to make herself heard, but all that came out was one 2-part word. Why, I'm not your mother, yawning Alice replied, till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. Edna the Terrible. And Alice. Yawning Alice. Or just Alice. But yawning Alice just in case. We saw dolls' shoes. We're talking about dolls here, guys. It's a doll. Here we go.
I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
Yeah, there's nothing that way. Oh, wait. Oh, just quiet. It's just a quiet system. Okay.
Hi, you're that Nancy person. How you doing? John Gray.
You look pretty busy.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Laurie's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Laurie's whereabouts.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Laurie?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. And that's my working theory, at least.
That's very interesting.
It's all very scientific. But the fact is, Laurie's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to find her. The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
Charlena Purcell thinks Laurie is just playing some kind of joke on us.
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. End of comment.
Charlene Purcell writes a romance novel.
What do you think of Tino Balducci?
I kind of feel sorry for the guy. After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
Honestly, that would be awful, where you're like, you did this great thing. Can you keep it up?
Is Lori a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she planned it that way.
You mean so we'd concentrate all our efforts on finding Jake Hurley? Possible, although she really doesn't strike me as being the planning type.
I won't keep you any longer.
Come back anytime.
Alright. We're taped up. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got our first piece
The
of
little
metal.
book of samplers.
Surely there is no greater joy for the 19th century woman, young or old, than to bring a piece of linen to life with needlepoint. Requiring only needle thread, care, and imagination, the word sampler comes from the Latin word exemplum, which means example, that which serves as a model. The best samplers not only allow their creators to recall what particular embroidery stitches look like when executed properly, they also demonstrate to the world that their mastery of an important womanly skill. Indeed, many a gentleman's head has been turned, and many a marriage fortified by a well-crafted sampler. It is acceptable in these modern times for samplers to take many forms. One classic is the long and narrow band sampler, which features bands of flowery border designs as well as rows of numbers and the alphabet. Another classic is the spot sampler, a delightful display of randomly placed images or motifs. An example of a spot sampler. Most motifs are naturalistic objects that have specific meanings in the language of samplers. Here's a list of the common motifs and their meanings. Take a photo. Thank you. Nowadays, most samplers are colorful variations on two classical styles and largely decorative in nature. Houses, schools, and churches take center stage in some. In others, mottos, verses, and other dates are featured. There's an alarming trend among some sampler makers to use only one stitch, a simple and rather plain cross stitch. It behooves these women to remember that nothing catches the eye like variety. Nothing catches the eye like variety. Here we go. Nor holds the heart like a multi-talented seamstress.
This looks like some sort of game. Nothing happens. I'll bet I have to wind it up first. Oops.
I hit the thing.
I did it! Wonder what's in here.
Captain makes us sing this song. Doo-da, doo-da. I used to know all the lyrics. G G E G A G E. Oh, no. G G E G A G E E D F E D C. Well, take that. What else have we got? What's this?
Teddy Eberhardt.
Oh, thank you for giving the doll we call Teddy Eberhardt a home. Krollmeister Dollworks. I'm gonna put Krollmeister's like everywhere.
Don't do that, please! Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. Just about took out my eardrums. You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay. What shall I play?
Sheet music.
Thomasina O'Neill.
My dog is growling while laying down in a nap. Okay then. Thomasina O'Neill. With 2 L's. Oh, that's like a ribbon. Okay.
Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to play the piano.
Yeah, I just really need to remember that C is before the 2, and then I know from there. As long as I can find C on a piano, I know where the rest of the notes are.
It's locked.
I can't look at it more closely.
It's locked. Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I
It is
wonder
a
if
sewing
there's a
sampler.
relationship
My
between
camera's
those symbols
blocking
and
part
those
of it.
numbers.
Like, you guys get a weird angle right now, because Look, I'm still working on cleaning up my setup here. But my camera does block part of my... Oh, I've got to bring this down because of a light, and... I've got, like, student art behind there. Oh, awful Ursula. Oh, Ursula has red hair. Alright, and then this train car, it says Owl and Cherry.
I wonder what's under here.
I don't
and what
know.
the deal is with those weird looking bolts.
Yeah, we need a special tool.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's me.
Hi, Bess.
And me.
Hey, George, what's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here. Bess, just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's the one who insisted we call you Nancy. Only because you're driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Laurie Gerard is wearing? Oh, George, that is so not true. I could care less what Laurie Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya? Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair. I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool. Nice try, Bess. No, really. You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself. George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Laurie. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
Immediately. Publicity stunt.
My thoughts exactly.
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room? Yeah, the guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape. It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning. Only it turns out she faked the whole thing. Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She thought she was really being kidnapped. Like anybody believes that.
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending a lot of time reading the tabloids.
George has. Very funny. So what else is going on?
Before she disappeared, Lori told us that the purpose of this train trip is to find out what happened to Jake Hurley, the train's original owner.
Was he murdered or something?
No one knows. He was married to a woman named Camille, but she died, and he eventually vanished while mining for gold. His train was found abandoned in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada, with no one on board but his dead engineer.
Whoa, spooky. Have any theories?
Not yet, but the train is also rumored to be haunted by his dead wife.
So first Hurley's wife dies, then Hurley vanishes, then the engineer dies, then Lori vanishes. A pattern, maybe? Bess, do us all a favor and leave the detective work to Nancy, okay?
Has either of you been to Copper Gorge, Colorado?
Never heard of the place. Why?
Well, that's where the train I'm on is headed. Apparently Jake Hurley buried his wife Camille there after she died on the train.
She died on the train? Ew, creepy.
John Gray has set up a bunch of equipment in Camille's train car in hopes of documenting distortions in the electromagnetic field caused by her residual energy.
Say what? He's looking for Camille's ghost. Don't you ever watch him on TV? Just because I watch him doesn't mean I understand him.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Let us know what happens.
I will never call them. This guy.
Hey, Nancy, right?
There was a gemstone, my dude, and I wanted the.
That's right, Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? Ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
You mean become a police detective? No, I never have.
It's a great job, you know. I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
Yes, I sure did.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
I heard they stopped because you accidentally rear-ended them.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers. All have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway, you should look around in here. Lots of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
I like it.
Where do you think it came from?
Probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
May I see it?
Sure. In fact, here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you. The Tino Balducci.
Oh, thank you.
What else can I do for you?
The sass from Nancy.
So, what do you think happened to Lori?
Well, she could have been kidnapped. She could have been tossed off the train. She could be hiding from us. But I obviously won't know which until I've gathered all the facts.
So, you're gathering facts?
Of course. It may not look it because that's my style. I'm a low-key kind of guy. But hey, don't worry. I'll know the facts when I know the facts. The truth can't be rushed, you know.
Have you had a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
You don't like her?
I can't stand those sappy books she writes. And seeing as I said as much during an interview on national TV once, it's a pretty safe bet she doesn't like me.
Have you talked to John Gray?
The ghost guy? Total quack. Only reason I talked to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
It's technically not fraud if he thinks it's real. Like, regardless of if it's fake or not, if he thinks it's real, it's technically not fraud. He has to, like, be committing fraud. So, we don't know if he thinks it's real or not. He acts like he thinks it's real.
Thanks for your help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Yep.
Wonder what Jake used this for.
There's some carbon. We're missing a pickaxe.
Another gemstone.
Yeah, we're not gonna take that one. Oh, nothing for the bookcase. I didn't check over there. Okay.
Camille with Hager Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard.
Hagar. Anderson. Chantilly lace and a pretty face. Hildegard. Well, anyone watching my videos is going to know that song at all. So overalls and pig tails, and hope she's the only one with pigtails. Okay. Gemstones, and how to identify them. Haven't we read this book before? In a different game. Oh look, periodic table. Copper Canyon, CU Canyon.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked. And what does AG mean?
Silver. $47. There are certain ones I know. I know silver. I don't know what it has to do with any of these colors, though. Don't remember that. That makes me uncomfortable.
JH. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia.
Yeah. There's a head. There's a leaping lizards that I can't do anything with. Aha!
There, all done.
Pipes are fixed.
Another gemstone.
Can we take it? No? Gotta wait for him to not be here, I guess? That's annoying.
Eliza Sandberger.
Can you call this one Eliza Sandberger? I just got a pen all over my finger. I don't remember how many of these dolls there are. Eliza Sandberger. Received of Jake Hurley for the price of $3.73. One Krollmeister doll with decorative red ribbon on the 16th day of June 18th, 1888. Red ribbon.
An old scale. Strange. It seems to be built into the wall. Those symbols look like the ones I saw in that sampler.
It's owl and cherry I need, right? Where's my phone? Let's see if I have enough. Yeah, owl and cherry, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I can. Yep, owl and cherry. The owl is 7. And the cherry is 16.
That square and that duck look very familiar.
Got it. We do. I don't think we have all of the pieces we need. Look, I unlocked the thing. Look, I need a pickaxe. It's not there. Ah. Could be so upset about the thing that befell a doll. I accidentally knocked the one Camille calls Naughty Tina off the shelf. And literally, I'm afraid it fractured its tiny skull, despite my heartfelt. So, Tina has a cracked skull. Is he okay?
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon... Those are all gemstones, I think.
They are. Oh good, did we get to keep it? That'll be handy.
Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Silver is... That's the box. Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Cool, we can open that box now. Yay, another token. I remember
According
straight.
to that diagram I found, those 6 gemstones are supposed to go in these 6 holders. But I have no idea which one goes where.
We'll figure that out when the time comes, don't worry. Huh. Cool.
Lori?
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
It wasn't hard.
Nancy. Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
So it was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it.
I'm cold.
Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
Also, I realized, I don't know if anyone knows Critical Role, but I wore my not the best detective agency because we were going to be a detective today.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Oh, right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except, I also found this. It's a letter that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues, that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
So you want me to try to figure out where the mine is?
Uh-huh. As for the other people on board, if you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
I don't think you can just go there. I'm pretty sure you have to inform somebody so that way they know that, like, the tracks are being used. But okay.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
How well do you know your guests?
Well, I don't know you or those Harvey guys at all.
Hardy. Frank and Joe Hardy.
Whatever. I didn't know John Gray before this either, but I love his show, and I figured he'd jump at the chance to investigate an honest-to-goodness haunted train, and now that someone has finally found me, I can finally go meet him for real.
What about Charlena Purcell?
I just know her from her books, which are so good. In fact, I just started reading her latest one, The Moon Tells No Lies. See, what I'd really like to do is write romance novels. Everybody who knows me says I'd be really good at it. In fact, a while back, I sent Charlena some ideas, you know, just to see what she thought.
And?
She hated them.
How well do you know Tino Balducci?
I met Tino right after he got famous for solving those robberies. Inviting him here for this was a no-brainer. I mean, what an awesome detective. And those piercing eyes of his, you just know his mind's in there going 90 miles an hour.
I'll come back later.
I'll be waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a dance floor, maybe? Okay, got my dancing shoes on. Now what?
We don't know.
Locked, naturally. Wonder how you open it. I can use this to open that grate I saw in Camille's car.
Yes, we can.
The 3rd of November, 1901, from somewhere in Colorado. Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mine before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. But to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you. Words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her, and heard her, and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
I think I skipped a section. That's my bad. Yep. Yeah. First, you'll need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this country. The 2 towns which can be difficult to find: to Calico, Silverado, and Central City. To Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. That's not my camera. Just need that list. Oh, if I just need that list, I'm just gonna write it down because I already know YouTube only lets me put up like 5 photos. So, Calico, Silverado, Central City, Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. I've been to Tombstone. To locate them on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have his name accordingly. I have stored his name accordingly. But to retrieve his name, you'll add, okay, dolls the order. Things like Camille's dancing shoes, the name of their maker, wearing the shoes you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. We gotta find that. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you. Words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them to her grave. And rub off on you. Yeah, okay. Cool.
I wonder if this has something to do with that list of cities Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Oh, really? I find Calico. I found Silverado. Really? Oh, Calico. Seriously. Silverado. Thank you. Next one is Central City. And then Dodge City. And then Virginia City. And then Tombstone.
Guess I'm done. Strange. All that's left is a jumble of letters.
Should probably write these down. BRZTBAA. Verstaba. That's it. What did the letter say we need? What do the cities do? Towns should be difficult to find. To locate on the map, you'll need more. Well, the map might help once we can get it. This was just that thing. Okay.
I wonder how you're supposed to get this open. Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
Oh, so we have to call them. I'm gonna leave this room before we call them. I don't
That
trust
must be the
her.
projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Yep. Can't do anything with this right now, though. Oh. I can take photos now? Cool. Yep, delete. Yes. Oh! I'm gonna need that.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
Lori gave me a letter that Jake Hurley wrote to his niece, telling her how to find his gold mine.
If Lori knows where the mine is, why doesn't she just make a beeline for it?
Because apparently Jake was too paranoid to tell his niece outright where it was. So he filled the letter with all these weird, obscure clues. I don't think Lori could make heads or tails of them. I know I barely can.
Sounds like when he lost his wife, Jake may have lost a few marbles as well.
I hope they didn't react at all to the fact that I was like, Lori gave me this thing. They're just like, oh, okay. They know that she would miss, and a logical reaction would have been like, wait, you found her? But nope, that's not.
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read. But to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint. Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the wall. Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone and we'll get right on it.
Oh, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
I get the definite feeling Lori Gerard has a thing for Tino Balducci.
I saw him on TV once. He is very cute.
Lori thinks he's the world's greatest detective.
And you don't?
Let's just say I'm glad he doesn't work for our police department.
I think the only reason he's famous is because he looks good on camera. Well, I think you two are being way too hard on him. Just because he's good looking doesn't mean he can't also be smart. In fact, maybe Balducci tries to look incompetent on purpose. You know, to give the bad guys a false sense of security so it's easier to catch them. Ever think of that? No, Bess, I never did. Well, there you go.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Let us know what happens.
Okay, let's go back. I'm glad we don't have to do that code thing every single time. And get a photo of this. Alright. Let's probably tell people that I found her. First, we found an 8. Let's see if we have enough for the square and the duck. Where's my gallery? The square is 4. But it says the square is 4. And the duck is 1. Do I have to, like, get there and then... Aha! And then the duck is 2. think I need another thing. Hey, Tino, I just want to let you know I found her.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
It turns out that slug wasn't so worthless after all.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat. But I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley and his mind, well, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day, you know.
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but nice girl.
Did you two go out?
Nope, no, never went out. No.
Uh-huh. They totally went out.
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into detail. Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found. But if I remove it now, Tina will know I'm onto something.
We're gonna whisper it right in front of him.
I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
What else can I do for you?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Don't mention it.
We already did the pipes in there.
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
Okay.
More pipes to connect.
Yep, more pipes. Ooh. I hate that. So those ones aren't like that.
Here we go.
Okay. That was actually pretty fast. Okay. So, oh, we should probably tell what's his nuts that we found her.
Sickly Sarah caught a germ so new, it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
Sickly Sarah has heterochromia. Right, heterochromia? Pretty sure it's heterochromia. That's it? Nothing else here? Okay.
What's up?
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
I'm confused. Are you a scientist or a psychic?
I happen to be both. What's commonly referred to as psychic phenomena is all a matter of energy. Just because we don't know where that energy is generated or how to measure it yet, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Trust me, Either you or Lori is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
I'm Nancy Drew. I'm sure at some point in this game I'm gonna get knocked out.
Could you be more specific?
Unfortunately, no.
I won't keep you any longer.
Pleasure talking to you.
I went the wrong way. I need the code for this. I think I know where it is too.
Yes?
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
The others on the train, John Gray and that police detective, do you know them very well?
I don't know them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although I do know that his profession, if you can call it that, is rife with crackpots. As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
Yeah, the problem with like ghost and psychic and all that kind of stuff is like we don't really know if it's a real thing. Like there's no way to like substantiate it. There's a lot of people that use it to their advantage and fake it. So if there is real ghosts, if there are real psychics, we can't truly know because there's so many people that use it to their advantage and fake it to get money. So yeah.
In other words, you don't think he deserves all the attention he's getting?
No. You and those two Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives. Is that all, dear?
We are better detectives. What are you talking about?
Did you know that Lori wants to be a romance novelist?
Doesn't everyone?
I don't.
Do you think she could do it?
No. Could we please talk about something a little more pleasant?
I'll let you get back to your writing.
That would be nice.
Hey, Nancy.
What's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose. And as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting. Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
You're the only two that I trust on this train. You're Frank and Joe Hardy. Oh my gosh.
Balducci wants me to share everything I find out about Jake Hurley with him.
I'll bet he does.
He just doesn't want you to show him up again.
Yeah, he wants you to do all the legwork so at the last minute, bam, he can swoop in and grab all the credit.
I wouldn't tell him a thing, Nance.
Unless it's to get lost.
Gladly will do.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
True.
If the engineer had any surviving relatives, we may be in luck.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her. I found a diagram for some kind of contraption that Jake designed, but to operate it you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell? Joe, show her!
Show her what?
That old picture we found!
Okay.
We found this on the bookshelf. See? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's gotta be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Well, that's where we're headed, so let's just hope for the best.
Right.
Talk to you later.
You better.
I love Frank and Joe Hardy. What I love though is in this game, it's like, yeah, I'll go talk to her. It's because Nancy's like the only one walking around and doing stuff. For now.
More questions?
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If you're smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log on to my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
That'd be great, thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
Touche.
Well, I'll let you go.
My publisher thanks you.
When was this game? 2006 was the combo. So either 05 or 06 was last train to Blue Moon Canyon. So yeah. What I love is the last game was like in 1930, which is supposed to be when like she got her start, and now there's a cellular modem in this game. Some of the games do tie into each other, like we have Charlene Purcell here again. Some of the games don't. Alright, I should check off all the things I've done real quick. Yes.
Check. I'm done with that.
Me. Yep.
Finish that.
Yep. I have not done that. The colored blocks in the drawer.
Finish that.
To open the lock in the sleeping car, you need to dial. Yeah, we need to figure out the 4 numbers. Yeah, we can't do that till he freaking leaves. Oh, we can do that. We're gonna do that after I check off stuff.
Finish that.
Yep. We don't have all the...
Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet. Check. Check. Check.
Yep.
I'm done. Check. Finish that.
We'll call them after we do the silver.
Check.
I haven't done that. I haven't done the score in the duck. I think I need another slug for that. Store. Yeah, pretty sure they are.
Still have to do that.
In front of the gemstones. Okay. Let's go open the silver, because I forgot about that when I was in there last. The next one. Okay. So orange, blue, green. Blue, green, red, purple, yellow. What?
Looks like a pattern for some kind of dance step. Maybe I better keep this.
I'm also going to take a photo of it so I don't have to keep referring back to it.
Wilson Carbide and Acetylene Works.
Dear Jake, September 7th, 1897. I have sent you 2 lamps, which you should receive by the end of the month. When you get them, simply place carbide in the lower chamber, water in the upper chamber, then use the built-in flint lighter to ignite the jet of gas which results. As you'll see, the carbide lamp is an exceedingly practical device, especially for people in your dark and dangerous line of work. Would that you or I had invented it. In your last letter, you sounded quite despondent, old chum. I suppose this is understandable in view of your failure to strike it rich, but I am living proof of how quickly misfortune can turn into good fortune. Little did I suspect 5 years ago that my attempt to produce aluminum would instead produce calcium carbide, or that calcium carbide, when I placed in water, would release acetylene. Yet suddenly I was surprised but happy owner of the patent for an inexpensive way of manufacturing an extremely flammable gas. Just as I became wealthy when I sold that patent, I have no doubt that you too will someday be handsomely
your friend, Thomas Wilson.
rewarded for your efforts. Continue to keep me apprised of your adventures, dear friend, and never ever give up. May the lamps I sent you soon light your way to the gold you seek. Thomas Wilson. Okay. I have no idea what to use this other thing for, but we have the dancing shoes.
Whoa! Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
Oh, come on.
Question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not likely, but possible, I guess.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
I was almost there.
More questions?
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller, although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
But why was his train found out in the middle of nowhere with just the dead engineer on board?
That does make the story a little more interesting. My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way, after which the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
What do you think happened to Camille?
She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
I should get going.
That would be nice.
Well, I guess since we're gonna stop and talk to people, oh.
Looks like Tino's through dusting for fingerprints.
We're not gonna pull that. We will take this opportunity to call Bess, though. And get a name.
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command, but hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chateauyantes, CHAUSSETTES, CHATOYANTES. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussettes Chatoyantes. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
Someone threw the emergency brake and almost derailed the train.
Someone tried to sabotage the train?
Well, it looks that way, although I sure don't know why.
Maybe someone wants Jake's gold all to himself. Or herself. That doesn't make sense, Bess. Nobody even knows where Jake's mine is yet. I know! Maybe the gold from his mine is already on the train somewhere. So, Jake stashes a pile of gold ore on his train, but so far the only person who's managed to trip over it is the saboteur? I don't think so.
Tino Balducci definitely has a thing for Laurie Gerard.
So there's some kind of mutual attraction thing going on between them?
Something's going on between them. I'm not really sure what.
Well, find out. I mean, that's a mystery worth pursuing. To heck with this Jake Hurley stuff. You'd give up the possibility of finding gold for gossip, Bess? For gossip this good? Oh, yeah.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Let us know what happens.
Oh, wait, can I get the... Ah! Yay! Talk to everyone on the way by.
What's up?
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
Could also be something if that's been created.
Well, I'll catch you
by the
later.
Lighting.
Pleasure talking to you.
An effect of the lighting. No.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look. I've seen enough. 2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
Lori says she found this letter in a wastebasket.
Exactly where it belongs.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can you?
Have you confronted John with your suspicions?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You? I know what I'm doing, sweetheart. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
It's been great talking to you.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Cool, my dude. I keep waiting for a thing to happen. I know what's gonna happen. I know I'm gonna jump because it's like a jump scare. I don't care about you right now. I want you to dance. Okay. So we start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I messed up. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
Oh, really? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. Pretty sure it's alphabetical order here. So, A. My question is, still like awful Ursula, is that an A or is that a U? Wait. Nope, it's not alphabetical order. Alright, it's going to start with Chantilly Hildegard. Who has pigtails? Only one. It seems like it might have pigtails. That's gotta be Sickly Sarah. Right? No, this is the one with the cracked skull. This is that's an actual crack. That's gotta be Tina. Is this pigtails? That might be the first one, actually. Getting red hair. This is awful Ursula. This one doesn't have shoes. This one also doesn't have shoes, but that one's in like a nightgown. So I'm pretty sure that one's the first one. Just want to see. Oh wait, pigtails. Never mind. There we go. Chantilly Hildegard. AU, awful Ursula, is the red hair. SS, Sickly Sarah, is heterochromia. I don't think it's that. Mama. No, this is the red ribbon. It's the cracked skull. Okay, this one. I think it's this one. Sarah. E.T. Edna the Terrible. I don't know which one says Edna the Terrible though. T.E. Teddy Eberhart. This one is gotta be Hager Anderson. So this one's Teddy Eberhart. He goes there. She doesn't go there. That's gotta be whoever E.T. is. It's gonna be Edna the Terrible. I just don't know what she looks like. T-E-S-C. S-E. Sadie Crawford. It's gotta be this one. With with the no shoes. H.A. is Hagar Anderson. Okay, H.A.T.O. Thomasina O'Neill. She's the one who doesn't have a ribbon. Mama. Hate it. She's like missing like a blue ribbon. I don't know which one she is. T-O-Y-A is Yawning Alice. So she goes here. N-T. N-T. Would that be Tina? And the last one is ES, which is Red Ribbon Eliza Sandberger. Okay, so 3 of these are out of place. The rest are good. Okay, so CH we have. AU is Awful Ursula with the red hair. SS is Sickly Sarah with the heterochromia. Yep. ET is going to be Edna the Terrible. Mama! Jeez, I hate it. That's got to be Edna the Terrible. I think. T.E. Teddy Eberhardt. S.C. Sadie Crawford. No shoes because the shoes are in the other room. H.A. Hagar Anderson. T.O. Could be Tina. Just who's currently there. And then YA is Yawning Alice, yep. NT. Okay, who am I missing? TO is Thomasina O'Neill. That's right. Okay, so hold. Who do I know for sure is in the right place? Tilly Hildegard. Pretty sure she's correct. Awful Ursula, yes. Sickly Sarah. Edna the Terrible. This is the one we don't really know. T.E.'s Teddy Eberhardt. We're good there. S.C. is Sadie Crawford. We're good there. A.T. We have no idea. T.O. is Thomasina O'Neill. She's the one that's missing a ribbon, so we don't know who she is. Y.A. is Yawning Alice. Who's in the right place? N.T. Then E.S. Edna the Terrible. No, not Edna the Terrible. No, E.S. is Eliza Sandberger with the red ribbon. Okay. So Edna the Terrible, we don't know what she looks like. Thomasina O'Neill is missing a ribbon. We know that... I forgot to mark off H.A. So real quick, Edna the Terrible is E.T. Thomasina O'Neill is T.O. So N.T. must be the cracked skull. That must be Tina. Naughty Tina. Yes, okay. I remember that in the letter. So, just Edna the Terrible and Thomasina O'Neill that we don't know what they look like, but nothing's happening. So... No? It's gotta be that, right? Oh, did it just mix back up? Dang it. Let me put the word naughty over here. That's too small. So remember, it's Naughty Tina. Okay, let's try. It's gonna CH. Chantilly Hildegard. I have pigtails written. This has got to be Chantilly Hildegard, right? Gotta be AU. Awful Ursula. Red hair. SS. Sickly Sarah. Checking that. Oh, that's Sickly Sarah. That's why. Then who are you? Maybe this one's Edna the Terrible. The eyes, okay. And I have no idea who CH is. I don't know who Chantilly Hildegard is. Okay, so we got, but we know for a fact this one's right. Sickly Sarah, now we have that one correct. E.T. Edna the Terrible. I'm gonna guess is this one. T.E. Teddy Everhart. S.C. Sadie Crawford. Again, we know her shoes are in the other room, so. H.A. is Hagar Anderson. And the overalls. T.O. Thomasina O'Neill is the one that's missing a ribbon, so we don't really know what she looks like. Y.A. Yawning Alice. Goes here. And T's gotta be Naughty Tina. And then ES is Eliza Sandberger with the red ribbon. No, it's really these three, I think, that are. Let me swap these two. I hate it. Aha! There we go, just gotta switch those three around till we get it. Yeah! Huh. Right there, that's the only other thing. Ooh! Let's go back to the thing. Oh, I probably should have talked to Lori. Oh well. I don't like Lori. She knows before. Okay. Why is that one not? 4 and 2, right? So. Okay, now I have to get the duck. How do I get to like -2? No.
There! With any luck, I just opened the stove in the dining car.
Well, let us go check. That was a battle. Oops, don't have the thing happening.
James Thurston.
Hereby agree to pay James Thurston the sum of $9 a week plus room and board in return for his services as the engineer on my train.
Nancy, you missed it.
Missed what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
Aw, come on, you heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
Who?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look into it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find us.
Yep, train engineer.
Back already?
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
Tino found one of John Gray's thermometers by the emergency brake handle and is getting ready to throw the book at him.
John Gray threw the emergency brake? Why would he do that?
Tino thinks he did it to hype the Ghost Factor and make it sound like he was onto something big so the cable company won't cancel his show.
I still say there's less to all this than meets the eye, if you get my drift.
I get your drift, Joe. I have lived with your drift for years. I am saddled with your drift.
All right, all right.
Talk to you later.
You better.
More questions?
What were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
You weren't angry?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank and Joe Hardy who overheard you. They said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that. A storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received compensation for it. She's reading the book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
You stole one of her ideas?
She had no business sending me unsolicited material. But technically, yes. Now legally she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything. And it's not as if she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
All right, then.
We do need to talk to her at some point. We're getting closer to the end of things to do here. I've also looked it up. It's the eagle that's 2, the duck was 1. I was... Ugh. Let's see if we can get the...
I wonder if that eagle has something to do with the eagle in that painting in the dining car.
Oh, really, Nancy? That's a 1 though. Why am I not getting the eagle? See, it says 2 on here. Do I have to use all of these to get the 2? I think I do have to get all of these to the 2. But I'm really bad at math, guys. I need like a calculator. Or something. I need like a cheater calculator. This isn't gonna help me. Over here trying to like use Google to be like, I have these numbers and I need a result of 2. How do I get that? Google, help me with math, because I am bad at math. I just need help with math. Jeez, I'm sorry. Ugh. The yawning, what the heck? I need like another number? I don't want to have to find the other number, but I might need another thing. I don't think this is actually possible. Yeah, I think it's actually possible. I need another little thingy to do this math. Dang it. Well, let's go talk to What's-Her-Nuts, and maybe that triggers the next little thing, which puts me the 2-hour mark on the video, and now I have to question myself. Do I want to make this just one long video that gets posted later today? Because it is Saturday, and the other game is done. Or do I want to split this up into 2? The only concern is I don't know the next game very well, and I don't know how many sessions that's going to take to play.
Yes? I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How did you know that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
We went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
You do?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop the train, but Camille? She doesn't want us to find Jake's mine, so she's going to do whatever she can to keep its location a secret.
Did you see something?
Well, no. But I'll tell you what. Your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille, too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
Bye.
Keep me posted.
That didn't trigger the thing. How do I trigger the thing? It's not the eagle picture, because I'm pretty sure I need another little slug. Yeah, let's go big on Dino.
What's going on?
How come you told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
I'm a detective. You know how it is.
I dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
If you didn't want to dump her, why did you?
You are incredibly irritating, you know that? I dumped her because people said going out with her would make me look bad. Said she was a joke, that no one took her seriously. Said if I started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
But you didn't stop caring.
No. Now take a powder. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Oh, Tino. Did that. The checklist. Checklist. What am I missing? What am I missing?
Haven't done that yet.
We definitely know how. Yeah, I still need to do that. I have a feeling it's going to be at the place with the thing.
Haven't done that yet.
Oh, I can't do that because he's still freaking in there. Metal scar box. I did that.
Finish that.
Shield from metal slugs. Pretty sure there's one more that we need to find. Collect all the items.
I'm done with that.
Yep, I did that.
Can't check that off yet.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't done that.
Finish that.
Yep.
Finish that. Haven't done that yet.
Oh, I need to talk to John Gray.
Finish that.
I did that.
Finish that. Check.
Alright. So we'll talk to what's his nuts? Talk to the boys, and I think that might be the trigger that I'm looking for.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
If it concerns something ghostly, I'd rather not.
No problem. What's up?
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints, and now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Come back anytime.
Admittedly, like, look at this equipment. This is expensive equipment. Regardless of whatever's going on in his life, he's not going to risk this equipment.
It's locked.
I want to see the image. Dang it. Maybe it's in the second half that happens.
Is this Jake and his wife?
Yes. From what I've read, Camille loved to sing and dance, even in death, apparently. Jake reportedly told people that after she died, he would sometimes see strange glowing lights outside the windows at night, bobbing gracefully alongside the train as if dancing with it. He said he found the sight very comforting. I suspect normal people would have found it terrifying.
That's what I've been waiting for, is those blobs.
More questions?
I'll touch bases with you later.
All right, then.
Alright, check in with the boys, and hopefully that's the trigger.
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
Hey, there's the trigger. Part of me really wants to keep playing. Part of me thinks I should wrap it up. But again, I don't know how long Danger by Design is going to last. If it's only 2, then yeah, it makes sense for me to stop this. But if it is 1 or 3 sessions, then my timing's going to get all wonky. Let's see here. Average game time for Danger by Design. This says it's like 7 hours. That would be 3 sessions. And if it's 3 sessions, that means that I probably want to finish this game, because I think I can get it done within the next hour, and this would only be a 3-hour long video. And I really want to keep playing anyway. Let's go to the museum.
Hey there! Welcome to Buell's Old Time Taffy House. Come on over here. Welcome, stranger. Listen, you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a matter of fact, yes I did.
There's a rumor going around that Charlena Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact, yes it is.
Hot dang if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written. Best writer whatever lived. Did she get off the train too?
I don't think so. She's pretty busy.
Charlena Purcell herself right here in Copper Gorge, breathing the same air as me. Hot dang! Well, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
So, this is some kind of museum?
Why, it's the best kind of museum, sister. It's free. You can gape and gawk and ooh and ah to your heart's content. Least you can till I close up.
Where'd all this stuff come from?
Been in the family for years. For centuries, in fact. See, Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbrokering, so the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams is what he called it. Couldn't bring himself to get rid of it. So, he passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourist attraction.
And you make money by selling taffy?
Tourists just love taffy. Especially when you dangle a free sample in front of them to get them hooked. Of course, it ain't really free. Some taffy on a stick'll cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact of the matter is they're free. Unless you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be head first in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley. He was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here. Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q, don't touch.
Great talking to you.
Ditto, little missy.
Guess I'll get the taffy by doing that. Gold Rush. Yep, that's not great. We can totally get to the dynamite, right? Oh, wow. Oh, oh, oh. Nah, we've lost. Yep. That was close. It's really just luck on this. Dang it. Like, it's so random. There's no skill or trick to this. I hate that. Just gotta do this. Yahoo! Should do that next time. I'm just gonna throw out a whole bunch of these and hope for the best. No, I'm gonna lose again. Neener, neener, neener. Jeez. Oh my gosh. That was closer. Honestly, there's no skill or trick to this, because you can, as you're seeing, like, I'm pulling it all the way every single time, and it's going all over the place. It's just a matter of luck. It's honestly incredibly frustrating. I'd much rather be playing a game of skill or luck than, or skill and like a trick and a technique versus a game of luck and happenstance. See if we can get a little bit more of a boost. At the same time, I'm actually nervous to do that because we're in the lead. Because I think we're in the lead. Just slightly. Dang it. So why just leave it alone at this point? Does like the Yeti climb slightly faster? Or am I good? It feels like it's catching up to me, but I can't tell. Ah, jeez, nope, not the snake, not the snake. Oof. Cool, cool. We should make it there first. Okay. We should still make it there first, I think. It's just so close that I'm nervous. That worked out way better than I thought it would. Okay. Token. Anything there? Yeah. Loser. I mean, I could try. I don't know if it'd be the same one every time, though. Loser. I'm just gonna keep clicking the red. Fooey. At some point. Should've just kept doing the green, I would've won. Hey.
Looks like to get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens.
Yep. And we got them both. I don't know if any of you guys can hear that in the background, but I'm pretty sure my boyfriend's
This looks just like
singing
the
along
insignia
with some
I saw on the
music.
train. I'll bet this was Jake's trunk.
That's
If this
the
was his
silver
trunk,
thing.
maybe the pickaxe and lamp that I need are inside.
I can't do anything though. 'Cause that guy's here. I'm gonna laugh if my
You
mic
still
picks up
here?
the singing in the background.
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh no, of course not. No, I just thought it might contain the lamp and pickaxe that I asked you about before.
Well, if it does, you can forget about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin, and he went to junior college.
Would it be okay if I tried to open it?
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open if that's what you're getting at.
Oh no, I would never use force, believe me. But in order to try to get it open, I would have to, touch it.
Nope, sorry, not gonna happen, little missy. Unless...
Unless?
Tell you what, you get Charlene Purcell to come in here so's I can shake her hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
But Charlena is very busy. What if she won't come?
Then I guess you'd just be out of luck.
No, actually, you will be.
Now, how do you figure that?
Well, if you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way and you go yours, and that would be it. But if you were to, say, get her autograph, well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay, make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from her writing, she may fall behind. And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career. Do you really want to risk ruining Charlena Purcell's career?
Good heavens, of course not. All right, you just get me Charlena's autograph, and you got a deal. Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is?
Fatima, with an F. None of that weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Let's go get an autograph.
More questions?
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that. Me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink. See if you can borrow a pen from somebody.
Alright, the boys aren't here. Dang it, he's here.
What's up?
I really, really need a pen. Could I borrow one from you?
Sorry.
Thanks for the chat.
Come back anytime.
Going to go away so I can play the piano. Why are you still here too?
Ah, I can't stay mad at a fellow detective. What do you need?
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry a pen?
A pencil.
Actually, I carry a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens. Tell you what, if you can play that Leaping Lizards game I found over there and do better than I did when I played it, which shouldn't be that hard seeing as how smart you are, I'll give you a pen. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, the object of the game is to get rid of as many lizards as you can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't jump anymore. Last time I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
Alright. I used to play this kind of game at Cracker Barrel when I was a kid. Let's see here. That. be able to.
I did it! I won!
Talk about luck. Here's your pen.
You used to play that kind of game. It was the thing at Cracker Barrel, where it was pegs that you did that, and the goals end up with just one left. I used to play it all the time.
What else can I do for you?
When I was a
Thanks for
kid
your
at
help.
Cracker Barrel, because I
Helping
get so
people's
bored.
what I'm all about.
Okay, well, I got a pen. And I really wish all these people would be the train. Come on, guys, we're in Copper Gorge. Explore the town. Solve a mystery. I want to find the gold, right? Plus it's daytime, you know? Why would a ghost be out in the daytime?
Have you found a pen so I can autograph that picture?
I got it from Tino. You can keep it. If you could have it say, to Fatima, that'd be great.
There you go. Anything else?
I'll touch bases with you later.
That would be nice.
Back to here.
Hey, Nancy.
There you are. We've been looking for you.
Yeah, you won't believe the lucky break we caught.
Lucky break? Hey, that was the result of good old-fashioned detective work.
It was the result of your insisting we stop for a cheeseburger.
Guys, what's going on?
Well, it turns out that a grandchild of Jake's engineer still lives around here.
What's more, he hangs out at the local diner. Comes in every day.
Apparently, he's pretty ancient.
Did you talk to him?
Not yet. The thing is, the owner of the diner wouldn't agree to point the guy out unless one of us fills in for his short-order cook.
He's got to go home and wait for the cable guy or something.
And since Joe here barely knows how to boil water, guess who got the job?
Way to go, Frank.
Oh, and get this. Balducci convinced Lori that Jake's mine is somewhere right here in Copper Gorge, so he, Lori, and John Gray are hiking up the mountain out there even as we speak.
Like that bumblebrain's gonna find anything.
Sounds like now might be a good time to do some serious poking around on the train.
Good thought.
Hey, I better get going. Wish me luck.
I'll go with you. You can make me a cheeseburger.
I had a burger last night, but for some reason that sounds good
Got
now.
that autograph?
Got something better. An autographed picture.
Hot dang! She spelled my name right and everything. Go ahead, little missy. Have a go at that trunk. Whatever's inside, it's all yours.
You wouldn't like her if you actually met her.
This
I'm just saying.
indentation looks familiar.
It is this. Is it the same thing? Is it the orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow? Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. No? Man, I don't know what the color would be. It's not the right color. I gotta figure out what the color is.
There we go.
Go to the train and explore, but this will tell me the color. Angelina's still here. Okay, first and foremost, this, da, da, da. Okay, so that's C. C, B. No, C, not B. C, D, E, F, G. Oh, I did that wrong.
A spyglass. I'll bet it's the one I need for Jake's projector.
Yep, probably.
It's locked.
Well, can we... Oh, I need a thing for it. I didn't realize that till now. Yeah, I've already looked there. That's how we got the name thingy. Can we look over here? No? Okay. Go search Tino's area. Hey!
It's just like the stuff John Gray has his thermometers packed in. Carbide. Just what I need to make that lamp I found work.
Awesome. Also take that. Okay, anything else on the desk? That's it. Any colors? That's not gonna help. I already did the one in here. Need to do the one.
Before you say anything, I just want to say thank you.
For what?
Tino came to see me. He said you'd made him realize what a jerk he'd been for dumping me, and then he asked me out. Isn't that great? He said he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He thinks we make the perfect couple.
Well, I can't argue with him there.
So what do you want?
I hear Tino took you and John on a trek to Jake's mine.
Jake's mine, my eye. We went tramping through the snow, lugging all this equipment John insisted on bringing, and where do we end up? At this teeny tiny, half-rotten, tumbled-down outhouse.
He led you to an outhouse?
Well, he said it was the opening to a mine shaft, but then John said if it was, shouldn't the hole be going into the mountain instead of just down? So they stood there arguing until Tino finally grabbed a shovel, went inside, and started digging. What he found was definitely not gold.
Did he apologize?
Of course not. If he didn't have such nice eyes, the man would be a total zero.
Bye.
I'll be waiting.
Well, she's currently there, so... Can't search her area. Does that mean he's already back? No, he's not. Okay. Yeah, I look at like the books and stuff. Yeah, that's not gonna help because like tourmaline's multiple colors. It's not that.
What's up?
I hear Tino took you and Lori for a little hike today.
Don't remind me. Turns out Tino had no idea where he was going. Good thing for him, my fingers were frozen stiff. Otherwise, I would have strangled him.
I won't keep you any longer.
Take care.
More questions?
You didn't go on Tino's expedition to Jake's mine?
Please. The man barely knows where his head is. If he's the one who finds that mine, I'll eat my laptop.
I'll touch bases with you later.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
Oh, that's great. Boys aren't here.
Finish that. Check. Finish that. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Check. I'm done with that. Check. Finish that. Finish that. I'm done with that.
Okay. Let's go here.
Yes,
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes. Camille Hurley? She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her very much.
May I go inside it?
You may, but unfortunately you can't.
Why not?
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made. But if you do go into the crypt, just remember, you won't be alone.
Well, there's the key. I just need to find something that key will stick to. Gotcha.
Easy peasy. Hey, we got another thing.
PB.
Yeah, I didn't take a photo of the periodic table, but it's just the periodic table of elements. So. Periodic table of elements. Give me an image. Not a thing that I have to buy. Come on, it's periodic table, y'all. That is difficult to read. Give me a better periodic table of elements. That is also difficult to read. Come on. Oh, that's better. So ZN CN. Where on earth is ZN? Oh, zinc. I need to write this on the back of this. Zinc. Purple, yellow, green, red, orange, blue. PB. PB. Got PD. Where's PB? PB. Lead. Lead. Red, green, blue, orange, yellow, purple. And I. Nickel. Orange, blue, purple, yellow, green, red. Fe. It's iron. Which is yellow, purple, orange, blue, red, green. Ag. I know this one, right? Silver. Yeah. We already know silver. We have that one. We already know silver. Au is gold. Red, green, yellow, purple, blue, orange. SN. Tin. Blue, orange, red, green, yellow, purple, and then Cu is copper, which is green, red, purple, yellow, orange, blue. All right.
Cu. This indentation looks familiar.
Oh, really? Copper. Green, red, purple. Green. Red. Purple. Yellow, orange, blue. Nice.
In the letter he wrote to his niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe? If I am supposed to make rubbings of these pillars, I'll need a pencil, which I already have, and some
paper.
nice thin paper. If there's a hidden message here, I'll never find it at this rate.
I need paper. Paper, paper, paper. Back here real quick.
Something fits in here.
Oh, really? Is this one lead? Red. Green. Blue. Orange. Yellow. Purple.
Well, here's Jake's lamp. Another slug.
Yes.
Could come in handy. But where's his pickaxe?
Welcome back.
Have you by any chance ever come across a pickaxe that had the initials JH carved into it?
Why?
Because it used to belong to Jake Hurley, and I really, really need it. I thought it would be in that old trunk, but it wasn't.
You got that trunk open? Wait till I tell Cousin Alvin. He thinks he's so smart. As for that pickaxe, so happens I got it upstairs in my kitchen. Use it to open the coconuts Aunt Lucy sends me every year from Hawaii.
Do you think I could have it?
Why, no, you can't have it. How would I open them coconuts?
But your great-great-uncle, do you really think Buell would approve of you using something that belonged to some poor miner to open coconuts?
Ah, okay. I'll let you have the pickaxe. After you do something for me.
Sure.
I got a bunch of taffy over there what needs sorting. Just follow the directions that are posted by the machine. Them belts get moving pretty fast, so you gotta keep your wits about you. While you're doing that, I'll fetch that pickaxe.
You got a deal.
Over here? No. No. Where? Over where? Let it be there, but it's not there. You mean the kitchen? Oh, in the kitchen. Okay.
Wax paper for the taffy. Would you mind if I took a piece of wax paper?
Yes, I could let you have a piece.
Look at that, thin paper. Okay. Okay, so apple's green, banana is yellow, blueberry is blue, grape is purple, mango is orange, strawberry is red. Anything else? We just let it keep going. That's a reject. That's grape. That's banana. Red is strawberry. That's a reject. Red is strawberry. Blue is blueberry. That's mango, I think. It's a reject. That's banana. That's blueberry. 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 Grape. Blueberry. My dog's being loud and distracting. Blueberry. Shh. Blueberry. Banana. Grape.
Yes, indeedy.
I didn't have any apples.
Got that taffy sorted?
No problem. That was easy.
You sneak any freebies while you were at it?
It was pretty tempting, but nope, I sure didn't.
Well, ain't you the goody two-shoes? Truth is, wouldn't have minded too much if you had, long as you fessed up to it. Here's the pickaxe. Cracked the handle pretty bad on the last batch of coconuts. You sure you want it?
Positive.
There you go. Don't hurt yourself.
I won't. Thank you.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, it's Frank. I'm in the kitchen of the diner playing short order cook.
Has that grandchild of Jake's engineer showed up yet?
Just came in with this lady who's even older than he is. And get this, he's a retired miner, so every time I finish an order and ring the pickup bell, he thinks it's the mine shaft elevator bell. And for some reason it makes him start telling his lady friend about his grandfather.
You mean you ring the bell and he starts talking about James Thurston?
Exactly. Of course, 5 seconds later, he's rambling on about something totally unrelated, but I just fill an order, ring the bell, and ding, he picks up right where he left off. That is, unless I fill the order wrong and the waitress chews me out. She's got a voice like a chainsaw. Very distracting.
Sounds like you better keep your ears open and your nose to the grindstone.
I am. Just wanted to keep you posted.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Shush. Alright. Peanut burger. Onions, jalapenos, hot mustard, bacon, cheese. Onions, jalapenos, hot mustard, bacon, cheese. Onions. Or where? Oh, onions. Duh. Jalapenos. Hot mustard. What's it? Bacon, cheese. Bacon. Cheese.
So do you know what you want to order yet, Edna?
I'm still looking.
Did I tell you that my granddad was the engineer on a private train owned by one of the richest men that ever passed through Copper Gorge? Jake Hurley was his name. Yes, sir, my granddaddy was Jake's private engineer for more than 25 years. Told my daddy that men don't come any crazier than Jake Hurley, or any nicer. Treated my granddaddy real well, and told him stuff. Real important stuff. Stuff he made my granddaddy swear to never ever forget. Stuff that my granddaddy told my daddy, and that my daddy told me. Why don't you get the egg salad, Edna? Eggs are back to being good for you, you know. Seems like just last year all those scientific types were saying your arteries would clog up if you so much as looked at an egg. But nowadays, well, all of a sudden eggs are chock full of vitamins and proteins, and eating them's not only okay, it's what they recommend. They should either make up their minds or keep their mouths shut. Yes, sir, Jake Hurley told my granddaddy things he never told another living soul. Not even his wife. I tell you about her, Edna?
I don't think so.
Camille was her name. Camille Boulet. That's French, you know. Of course, she died so young that poor Jake didn't have time to tell her anything. According to my granddaddy, one summer day she had a dizzy spell and fell and hit her head. She didn't take well to the heat, see? Sometimes in the summer, when they were going through the desert, why, that train'd be just like an oven. Anyway, Granddad said she got right up afterwards and seemed okay. But a couple hours later, Jake found her in her room, dead as a doornail. Now there's another expression that kinda makes you wonder. Dead as a doornail. How can something be dead if it was never alive to begin with? And why a doornail? Why not something else that begins
Well,
with
he's
a
off on a weird
like
tangent.
dish
What
rack
is
or
this?
dust mop?
Grape, jelly,
Dust mop.
pineapple,
That's kinda got a ring to
tomato,
it, don't you think?
cheese. What?
The way my granddaddy died, that was kind of strange too. I ever tell you how my granddaddy died?
No, I don't think you did.
My daddy, he came home from school one day to find a railroad official telling his mom that Granddad been found dead in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada. He was in the engine of Jake Hurley's train, just kind of slumped over with his hand still on the throttle. The strange thing is, nobody else was on board the train, yet the door to the engine was locked and barred. It was like Granddad was trying to keep someone out, like he was running from something, like something finally scared him so bad his heart just stopped. Of course, he was in his 60s at the time, and back then that was old. Doesn't seem so old now, does it, Edna? Here I am pushing 93 and still spry as a spring chicken. Spring chicken! Now where do you suppose that expression came from? Why not spring goose or summer chicken? Ah, life's just one pot.
Hey, look, Mr. Temporary Cook Person. If I served this, my customer would throw a fit. Just make me what's on that check, okay?
That cook had better get on the stick or we're all gonna go deaf out here.
I did all the things. Everything minus the peas. No pickles, no peanut butter, no pineapple, no pickled herring. Tomato, onions, cheese, no pickles, mustard, ketchup, mayo. Oh, also hot mustard? Jalapenos, no pickled herring, avocado, no pineapple, jelly, no peanut butter, and then bacon. Okay, I forgot the hot
I
mustard.
ever tell you about the mine my granddaddy said Jake Hurley'd found?
He found a mine?
A couple years before he died, Granddad told my daddy that Jake found a vein in the mountains somewhere and was mining it all by himself, so no one would steal it out from under him. He wouldn't even tell Granddad where the mine was. What he'd do is have Granddad drive the train real slow so he could jump off without Granddad seeing him. Then Granddad would pick him up at a prearranged spot a few days later. Oh, they didn't call him Crazy Jake Hurley for nothing. Speaking of crazy, you see how much Abner's charging for a haircut at that shop of his now? $20!
It's on a tangent. Guys,
But
this
what's even
burger,
crazier
great. This is what
people
I
are
would
actually
want.
paying him that. I told
It's a
him
bacon
the only way I'd pay him
cheeseburger,
$20 would be if I came in
a
with
little bit of
head down to my
avocado
knees.
added,
He just
just
laughed and
ketchup. I
said
don't like
I
mayo
was
or
the crazy
mustard.
one.
I would love to put a
$20
tomato
for
on there, but
haircut?
unfortunately,
What
the
is this
texture
world
of
coming
tomatoes and
to?
I don't get along. So, yeah.
But the craziest thing Jake Hurley ever did was tell Granddad the secret to finding his mine. He made him swear to tell it to my daddy and nobody else. Eventually, my daddy, he told me, and it was so bizarre that I remember it to this day, though I sure don't understand how it'd help anybody find his mine. But since my daddy didn't tell me not to tell anybody, this is what Crazy Jake Hurley told Granddad, word for word. The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare?
Frank, are you sure that's what he said?
I'm positive.
Are you sure that's all he said?
Look, this guy was old, okay? I mean, we're talking Jurassic. And guys that old don't joke around. They don't have time to. What you just heard is what I heard, word for word.
Got anything else?
I almost forgot. You gotta check this out.
It's just an old letter, Frank.
You bet it's an old letter. From Samuel Clemens.
Oh my gosh, where'd you get this?
I found it in the caboose.
Apparently he and Jake were pen pals.
Wish I had a famous writer for a pen pal.
The lovely saloon where you and I first became acquainted. Now it bears... Oh, this is so small. Repeating that my levy is wonderful, comfortable company. But Carson City seemed like a different city at the time. Its streets were clean, its citizens polite, and its air lovingly gunsmoke free. Something to stay put for a while anyway. What to name the hero of my next book continues to befuddle me. Livy? Ivy? Is partial to Boysenberry Finn, but I'm not sold. Ideas appreciated.
When Joe gave it to me, I about flipped. I know I should turn it over to Lori, and I will, but it's just so darn cool.
I still don't see what the big deal is. I mean, it's not like it's from Mark Twain or anything.
Samuel Clemens.
What?
See you in a bit.
You know where to find us.
Alright, let's go get a rubbing. Boop. Where's my pencil? Pencil. Eternity. Purity. Does the symbol look familiar? It should. Charity. Wisdom.
Wisdom, charity, purity, eternity.
See, figure out numbers that go with those. I think this is it.
Oops, sounds like somebody's taking a nap.
More questions?
I'll let you get back to your writing.
Remember, if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
Okay, let me check some things real quick. Divine, path, projector, store the name accordingly. Is there anything about... She has 4 words for you. Words from trending to numbers and used in combination will have power. My projector. Yeah, so I need to translate them into numbers. For a couple reasons. Actually, no, for just one reason. I know what it is. How do I translate them into numbers? Thirstiness. Let me see here if I can. Back to the first card. Okay. We're so close.
More pipes.
Oh, great.
Why am I not surprised?
That's gonna have to be like that. That's probably like that. That's probably like that. Oh, that's Mike. I'm gonna say it's that. That's gonna have to be that. There we go.
There, that looks right.
I just need one more. I just need to know how to translate those things into numbers. Okay, I didn't finish it in quite an hour, but there's not much left. knew we needed more slugs to get that done. Okay, that is the pickaxe. Yep.
Oh no. What I need is some duct tape.
I knew that was gonna happen, so you know. Find some good duct tape. Go back here to Lori's thing.
Yes? Do you know if there's any duct tape around here?
Duct tape? Duct tape. Nope, afraid not. Sorry.
We'll talk some more later.
I'll be waiting.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
You're the one who pulled that emergency brake, aren't you?
Me? What, are you joking?
You stole one of John Gray's thermometers and planted it at the scene.
You're just some teenage nobody. I don't have to listen to this.
You're right, you don't. Neither do the other passengers. But unless you give me a good reason not to, I think I'll tell them anyway.
Look, maybe I was a little hasty, pointing a finger at the ghost guy like that. Maybe all those lies people have been spreading are starting to get to me. Maybe I thought it would help if I got a little positive press by solving a crime aboard a haunted train. Maybe I apologize. And, maybe you can see fit not to let any of this go beyond this room?
Well, no harm done, I guess.
Great. Well, what else can I do for you?
So, how did your expedition to Jake's mine turn out?
Well, as you may or may not have heard, I didn't find the mine. But at least now I know where it isn't, which is just as good as knowing where it is. Sort of.
Do you by any chance have any duct tape?
Duct tape? Sure don't. But there was this one case at works where duct tape came in real handy. See, I had just collared this.
I'm kind of in a hurry, Mr. Balducci.
Oh.
Maybe some other time.
Sorry, dude. I'm gonna need this. What are the gems that I need to know? It's not there, it's here. Citrine. Amethyst. Zircon. Peridot. I know Peridot, that's my birthstone. Tiger's Eye. And Tourmaline. Okay. Let's get the books. Yeah, Amethyst is the purple. Citrine is this golden color. Can also have like darker, so golden. Tiger's Eye. Yellowish with reddish bands. Nope. Zircon. It's just like straight up yellow. Oh, olivine is also peridots, which is green. And tourmaline is like the multicolor. Okay. Which ones do we currently have? That's going to be the citrine. That's amethyst. That is tourmaline. That's peridot. That's tiger's eye. So we're missing zircon. Yeah, we're missing zircon. I need to figure out what those words are in numbers.
Sup?
Would you by any chance have any duct tape?
Got some right there in my gearbox. That's the good news. The bad news is, I can't open the box. It's an antique lockbox that I found in this abandoned monastery I scoped out on my show last year. You can open it with either the key, which I just discovered I forgot to bring with me, or the combination, which you're supposed to be able to figure out just by looking at the box. Fortunately, I didn't put anything critical in there. I've never tried to open it without the key, but if you want that duct tape, go ahead and give it a shot.
Thanks, I think I will.
If you get it open, the duct tape's all yours.
There's an image on each of those buttons. They tell a story, maybe? I bet the
Yes,
animals
they do.
should start from the left shore.
Oh, from the left shore? Yeah, that's the left shore. You have to get him to the right shore. Alright. So what do we take first? I'll eat that, that'll eat that. That would eat that too, technically, in my opinion, but... Looks like, actually... No, that would be second to last. Right? Because that's the shore. The dark part's the shore. So if the shore is empty... Take the cat. Leave the cat. Go back. Get the wolf. Leave the wolf. Take the cat. Cat and take the thing. Done. Get it. Trying to figure out what those numbers will be. Kind of where I'm stuck.
There, good as new.
Sorta.
Sorta. Nothing happened. This contraption is obviously powered by something, but what?
But what is a good question. This is just the doll. This is where we found the instructions. This is where we found the combination. I think we just found like a slug up there. No, not that. We solved that. We solved this. Nothing else, just that.
Yes?
Guess I better get to work.
You go, girl.
The only problem is those 4 words and numbers that they translate to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it just the like letters? That's all I can think. Because this is the last one we have to do. so. Look at this. This would be this. So it's wisdom first. Which I'm gonna guess 6. Charity second, which is 7. Eternity next, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then purity, which is also 6. 6, 7, 8, 6. Doesn't look like it. Maybe not. What? I'm so confused.
Can't check that off yet. Finish that. Check. Check. I'm done with that. Finish that. Check. Check. I'm done with that. Can't check that off yet. Finish that. I'm done with that. Check. Check. Finish that. I'm done with that. Check. Check. Finish that. I'm done with that. Check. Check. Finish that. Finish that. Finish that. Haven't done that yet.
Oh, I'm missing 1.
Can't check that off yet. Haven't done that yet.
Nope, nobody have it. I got the spyglass, I got the lamp, I got the pickaxe.
Finish that. Finish that. Can't check that off yet.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Check.
I just gotta figure out those words. Yeah, I don't seem to have anything. Yep. Oh, the sampler. I feel like an idiot. What were the words again? Wisdom, eternity, charity, purity. I have a photo of the other thing. What means wisdom? An owl, which is 7. Eternity is a crown. Charity, purity. Charity, purity, charity. Is a dove. And then purity is a harp, which is 3. 7963. Okay, okay. We're good. It's not the way I wanted to go. I kind of forgot about that whole sampler. And the words that... yeah. Okay. 87963.
And naturally, we have still more pipes.
Here we go.
That should do it.
All right, we got this. What do you mean? That we should be good, right? We did the one in here. We did the one in here. And then we did the eagle and we just did the one in the thing. Oh! I remembered a thing. I get it. I get it.
Sounds like steam from the engine is moving through those pipes now.
You have to do that in order to actually power it. Like have something going through the pipes. Duh. Let's try this again.
Darn, I must be missing something.
I probably have to set up all of this. Yep, okay. Open. One side needs the lamp, the other side needs the spyglass.
Okay, looks like that goes there. This goes here. There's still water in it, which means it must be out of carbide. There's still water in it, which means it must be out of carbide.
We have carbide.
There. It should work now.
Okay. Okay. I took a photo of this one because I didn't want to try and quickly write it down. This is a star. The eye of the tiger is fixed upon the star. This is not the eye of the tiger. That's not what I wanted.
This is where a gemstone goes.
Eye of the tiger is fixed upon the star. This is a claw. Amethyst flows in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Softer arm is ensnared. This has got to be zircon, which is yellow, and I think the one we don't have. Dang it. There's some weird fin. I have no idea what this is. Foul mouth. Citrine. This is citrine. Hand from the deep. This is amethyst. Foot of the mare. This is peridot. Is that all my gems? No, I've got one more. I have tourmaline. Tourmaline is... The soft arm is ensnared. What is this? Looks like a fin. Oh, wrong way. Okay. That one's right, yeah. I think this actually might be the tourmaline. And this might be floats in the hand from the deep. So I need the yellow gem. I'm missing one freaking gemstone. Where is it?
Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
N. Oh, V. R. C. T. B. A and A. I think you found the map.
Jake's mine must be somewhere on this map, but where?
We need the yellow gemstone. It's not in here. Where is the yellow gemstone? Where have we not looked? It's literally all we're missing. Also, I'm gonna go in here and check stuff off.
Finish that. Haven't done that yet. Finish that. Check. Finish that. Check. I'm done with that.
Yep. Oh. Now we need one more.
Finish that. I'm done with that. Finish that.
It's not in there. We've already searched this room pretty thoroughly. Did that. We got the one out of the eye.
More questions?
I should get going.
All right then.
This was just that thing, which is been absolutely useless.
Hey, how's it going?
See you soon.
You better.
It wasn't in there. Something around here. Well, we already got the one that was in here. That was, I'm pretty sure, the citrine. What on earth is zircon? You wouldn't happen to have any zircon, would you? Nope, they're still asleep.
Oops, sounds like somebody's taking a nap.
I'm so close. I just need zircon. Where is the zircon? That's just that.
What's up?
Well, I'll catch you later.
Come back anytime.
I already found 2 in here. It's not like on the floor in here, is it? That would be ridiculous. Yep, we used those. That was helpful. Did that, did the dance, did this. We found one gemstone on the floor in here. What on earth could it possibly be? Hopefully just missing zircon. And then I can finish this stupid thing. I swear to God. I wouldn't have even spotted that that was shining like that if I weren't, like, paying attention to all the little things, trying to find it. That's annoying. Okay. All the way back. Oh, I got that one. That's good. Yep.
Whoa, looks like I did something right.
Alright, let's do this.
And we have liftoff.
Always just a bit much.
That's where Jake's mine is. Brimstone Canyon.
Don't you look all excited. What's up?
I think I know where Jake's mine is. Tell the engineer to head for a place in Nevada called Brimstone Canyon.
Way to go! I knew you could do it, Francie.
Not Francie, Nancy.
Here's the deal. When we get there, I'm going to make sure that you get to be the first one to check out the mine. I'll call everyone together in the dining car, and while we're in there, you slip off the train. Will 10 minutes be enough of a head start?
You don't have to give me a head start.
Think of it as your reward. Of course, anything you find in the mine is, well, mine. So if I find out that you've taken something without telling me, let's just say things could get ugly.
I wouldn't get your hopes up too high. The mine might be totally worthless, you know.
I know, but I have the feeling that thanks to you, we are about to discover something huge. Great job, Amy.
Thank you.
All the way to Nevada.
Sounds like the train's leaving. Where's it going? Well, Frank and Joe will make sure it comes back for me. I hope.
I knew she wasn't to be trusted. I'm checking every little thing, guys. I don't want to miss something. That one rock came flying right towards me.
Oh, right. This is the entrance to Jake's mine. Whoa, what's going on here? Jake's color wheel seems to be pointing toward purple. Wow, glowing lizards. Cool, but weird. Wonder what that's doing there.
Oh, I'm gonna need those symbols, aren't I? Yep, I am.
Another symbol.
Fish. We're supposed to go to the red, but we're gonna look.
I can't get through here.
Sorry. Can you at least see through there?
I can't get through here.
Is there anything like up? Okay. So we want to go red. From here, we're supposed to go yellow.
Jake must have made those symbols. The question is, why?
This is the order. So one should be something to do with the cactus. Specifically a saguaro. 2 is this place, the fire. 3 is snake. 4, it's like a railroad thing. 5 is fish, which is the one we found earlier. And then 6 is a bat. Okay. Campfire is going to be that symbol. That's 2. Okay, and we've got this symbol which had like a big rock. 2, we got 5. 4 makes the most sense for this one, I think. Just a minute, that had a snake. Oh, but there's another symbol. Oh, that's the cactus. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 4, and 5. I just need 3 and 6. Jake's a snake, so. This is where we're supposed to go, right? Oh, there it is. That's 3. Okay, I just need to find the bat. Supposed to go red. It's just a dead end. Yellow. Green. Interesting. Purple. I don't see anything to do with the bat here, though.
Uh-oh. There's some kind of chamber on the other side of those poles. But if I move the wrong one, the ceiling will collapse. Jake was too meticulous not to have left a clue somewhere as to how you're supposed to move them.
He
I wonder
did,
if
but
it
I
has
didn't
something to
find
do with
that
those
one.
symbols I saw before.
Okay, but I didn't find the bat.
I've seen that symbol before.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so far so good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I should be able to get through there now.
It was that. I'm gonna draw that on here. Why? Because I can. Especially since it was just like a J. Ooh.
Jake Hurley, I presume? Camille. It figures he'd be carrying a picture of her. There's something underneath it. Looks like a letter. April 14th, 1865.
My dear friend Jake, believe me, Jake, my boy, I can think of nothing more pleasant than touring the West aboard your private train. But much as I would like to accept your invitation, the duties and responsibilities of my office forbid it. I cannot leave Washington until this terrible war is over and the states are united once more. Oh my god, I didn't look at the seal. What? I would scarcely leave my office at all these
Your
days.
humble friend, Abe.
Were it not for Mary. Tonight, at her insistence, I will be accompanying her to the Ford Theater. Why don't I remember this? I played this. This is one of my favorite games, and I completely forgot about this. Oh my god, to see a comedy called Our American Cousin. Have you seen it? Oh my gosh. Mary assures me that I'll enjoy it, despite the fact that, for some strange reason, I've never felt at ease when at the theater. Perhaps tonight will be different. Write to me soon. Your missives never fail to boost my spirits. Your humble friend, Abe.
Oh my gosh. This is from Abraham Lincoln. And April 14th is the day he was assassinated. This letter must be worth a fortune.
That's just what I thought, too. See, what I didn't tell you when I gave you that letter Jake wrote to Ruth is that I also found his diary, which is how I found out he'd gotten to be friends with President Lincoln, and that he'd gotten a letter from Abe that he knew would be so valuable someday that he always kept it on his person. Can I have it?
Sure.
See, I knew if we could just find Jake's body, we'd find the letter. And you did it, Amy. You did it. I'm going to be famous. Good famous for once.
So you never really cared about finding Jake's mine?
Nah. I mean, it would have been nice if it was filled with gold and silver and stuff, but this is what I was really after.
And you followed me because you didn't trust me?
I trusted you to find it. I just didn't trust you to give it to me. And now that you have,
shouldn't have.
You know, I'd really, really be famous if I could say I found this all by myself. But even if I got you to lie for me, how do I know you'd keep lying? Oh my gosh. What if there was like this cave-in and we were trapped, but I was the only one who made it out?
Excuse me?
Oh my gosh! That way I could not only say that I found the letter, but that I tried to save you. Only you did something stupid, and it was all I could do to save myself. Oh my gosh! I'd make the national news for sure, and people would say I was smart and resourceful and courageous even.
Lori, you can't be serious. That's crazy.
You don't understand. People are finally going to respect me. I have to do this. Sorry.
I mean, I knew this was coming the whole time.
I'm trapped. It'll take forever to dig through those rocks. There's gotta be another way out of here.
There is. Now give me my... Thank you.
Maybe I could get out of here in this.
I remember this. I know what I'm doing. I knew the ending, but I forgot about the letter from Abe Lincoln. What? I clicked the... That's not cool. I clicked the arrow in the right direction. You all saw me. Less than 4 hours and I finished the entire game, guys. I guess I could have split this up into like hour and a half, an hour, but a little more than an hour. For listening this time. Or did I get that one before? It was the next one where it didn't listen. Although it like marks it, do you know how long this has been here? Oh geez, nobody in it. Like, thanks for the letter. Oh, right in the mud.
Lori, are you all right?
Nancy, is everything okay?
It is now.
As soon as we discovered you and Lori weren't on the train, we jumped off and hightailed it back here.
What the heck's going on?
I'm sure Lori will be glad to tell you all about it.
Darn you, Natalie!
It's Nancy. Dear Hannah, some hostess Lori Gerard turned out to be. When her father heard that she'd tried to seal me up in that mine, he canceled all her credit cards and said that from now on, Lori'll have to support herself. She has yet to stop crying. Tino Balducci told reporters that he knew what Lori was up to all along, and said he let Frank, Joe, and me solve the case so we amateurs could enjoy his limelight. Joe was just about to belt him when a big argument broke out between John Gray and Charlena over whether John had really recorded Camille's ghost. She started calling him a crackpot, and then he started calling her a hack. Then, well, let's just say that soon the press was no longer interested in what Tino had to say. As for Jake Hurley, it turns out that his letter from Abe Lincoln is worth a small fortune. Pretty ironic, huh? Jake spent his whole life searching for gold, when all along he possessed something far more valuable. His uncanny knack for making friends. Love, Nancy.
Happy Wanderer Award for going everywhere there was to go and seeing everything there was to see.
Have you ever been to Paris, France? Well, preparez-vous, because that's where my next mystery adventure takes place. I'm going to be the assistant to Minette, a famous fashion designer. I'll be working undercover to find out why she's been acting so peculiar lately, throwing tantrums, firing people. She's even started wearing a mask for no apparent reason. Her studio is in this spooky-looking centuries-old moulin. That's French for windmill. Of course, that doesn't have anything to do with her strange behavior. Or does it? Only one way to find out. Help me solve my next case. Danger by design. À la prochaine.
Now that I've seen that, I do remember Danger by Design. I didn't recognize the title, but I do remember the France and the windmill and the stuff. I don't remember the game very well. I think we go into the sewers in France? I don't know. We'll figure it out when we play the game, which will be the next thing that I do is play that game. Well, not today. I'm gonna take a break from games today because I sat here and I played this and it's like almost at the 4-hour mark on the recording. So once I cut out the very beginning and the very end, like 3 hours 45 minutes. And that includes me talking at the beginning, at the end. So yeah, that is my all-time favorite game, Last Train Blue Moon Canyon. I have the blanket. And yeah, I did that all in one sitting because I just was enjoying it too much. And honestly, with the time stamp, it would have been a 2-session game. And I think Danger by Design is actually fairly long of a game, so I want to make that a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday one. So this will post probably later today. It is Saturday. It's almost 2 p.m., so it's going to post later in the day than I normally do. But, hey, whatever. But yeah, if you enjoyed watching me play the Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, my all-time favorite of all the 92 games, please make sure you click that like button. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to talk about it, how crazy it was that the letter was Abraham Lincoln, anything like that. Funny enough, my favorite Agatha Christie book is also on a train. So I just like mysteries on trains, guys. So if you want to talk about mysteries on trains, feel free to leave a comment. And then, of course, if you want to watch me play through all the Nancy Drew games, please subscribe and click the little notification bell so you know when a video posts. As usual, thank you for watching this. Again, my all-time favorite game, so I'm so glad some other people were along for the ride this time that I played through it. And as usual, don't plagiarize. Just don't do it.